It's Juwan, the gay guru. So I haven't done a segment for my fellow gay people in a minute. So here's something that I've noticed for a very long time. And I'm just going to say this now as a disclaimer. I'm not trying to eradicate or put down or discredit any type of subcategory of a subculture's group. But I feel that within the gay community, we have so many categories. There's bears and there's leather and there's twinks and there's this and there's that. And then on the lesbian side, there's butch and there's lipstick. And all these things on all these titles to try to define who we are within the heterosexual society and figuring out how we grew up based on how we view them. Because at the end of the day, it's, or you act more like a girl, or you act more like a boy, or you're more feminine, or you're more. We're trying to figure out who we are because we're told like, well, who's the top, who's the bottom, who's in charge, and then we internalize that and go back out into our community and try to find out, well, I'm in charge this way, I'm in charge this way. The end result to all this is, I want people to understand, biologically, there's man and there's woman. All that means is that we have different parts. We have a little different chemistry going on inside of us. At the end of the day, you're still not going to change what a man is biologically and what a woman is biologically. There are times where obviously chemically it's different inside, so you want to feel that on the outside, which I applaud. But then that's just something totally different. That has nothing to do with how we like to be controlled and how we see ourselves in a relationship. We need to figure out too, on top of that, is masculinity and femininity. To me, those are types of a culture. You can embrace being feminine just like you can embrace being masculine. You don't have to choose one or the two. You just decide if you want to be epicene, which I consider myself, again, that's neutral, androgyny. If people don't know what epicene means, it's something that's of both characteristics of the sexes that you embody both, which and initially we all do because we come from a mother and a father, so we all carry these auras in us, which is feminine and masculine. I want people to realize that our soul, it doesn't have a sex. It has a love, a type of love, which is either you're a nurturer or you're a provider. Provider could be father figure and nurturer could be mother figure. Now remember, mother-father has no sex. There's single mothers out there who do it all the time as the father role. There's single fathers who do the mother role. So again, it's the type of love you provide. Your soul is the type of love you provide. Remember that. Now, our shell, which is how we look on the outside, that is what I consider to be our spirit, how we like to express ourselves. I love the masculine culture, so I choose to express myself that way, but I also love the feminine culture, so sometimes I express my way that stuff as well. So it's knowing where these things come back together, because at the end of the day, I'm still a man. I hate people say, are you a real man? My dick still work. Let's get that straight. I am a real man. It has nothing to do with who I sleep with or who I love or how I love, but understanding how I love myself and understanding how I carry myself is knowing that I'm not going to let you put me in this little subcategory of a box. Now, if you want to do that, that's fine. That's fun. It's cute. But at the end of the day, when you grow up and you decide that you're going to be the patriarch and the matriarch of your family and that you're going to have kids and you're going to carry on a legacy, then you have to know how to teach them the correct things. So if you choose to be, like I said, for me, myself, I feel that my mindset is that of a black mother. I'm like, look, I ain't got time for this. Y'all better get your together. I'm used to that. But my protector side of me, which is both sides again of my soul, which is that of a father, I want to make sure you're okay. I want to make sure you're safe and you're taken care of. So for me, it's always knowing that you understand yourself. I get that I'm a big guy. I get how I look on the outside. I get that people are like, you're the most confusing gay man ever met, because I don't fit this subcategory of a stereotype. And that's a problem. We don't want people believing that they get to characterize us because we characterize ourselves. Understand that whatever character you present is the character that you represent. So always keep in mind when you're out there saying I'm butch this or I'm this that or I'm a fembot, all that stuff. Again, you're giving someone a word and they're going to use that word for you, and then that's what you become. So always keep in mind that I know who I am because of what I need to provide back to life, for the life to provide back to me. So that's just my little take on it. I hope it makes sense. Either way, it always comes from love. This is Juwan Bezos.